guys, it's Angelia. How's everybody doing? It's WIP Wednesday. Yay, I made it. And we're in a different area on the property here. Usually we're like way back there, but right now the sun's well sort of right there, so we'll see how we go. But anyway, I wanted to get up here and show you guys the progress of my blanket that I have showed y'all. It's probably been a couple of Wednesdays ago. And want to get up here and show you guys how it's looking. That way I can hold myself accountable. That's going to be my project for the Wednesday, along with probably something else that I need to get going on. But anyway, I usually try to work on it at night when I'm sitting in my recliner. And yeah, so I don't have to really, because I got it memorized now. But anyway, and I'm having so much fun making this, and can't wait to get it done where I can put it on my bed. The colors that I'm putting in it, which you guys know, I've already mentioned it, that fall is my favorite. The colors, just everything about fall, everything. It is my favorite. But anyhow, you're probably going to hear, I don't know, you might see some too. I hear a woodpecker back there somewhere. He's chiming in. He might be upset with me because actually the soot is right here. But we got several that'll fly in. I've got one of those, I can't even think of what it's called. It's a great big old woodpecker. And I mean, that thing is like, they're one of, and it's got a big head, and that says a lot, doesn't it? I can't think of what they're called. You'd think I would know. I mean, I've lived here my whole life in Arkansas. You'd think I'd know. They've been seen here. Now, where I used to live, I never saw them. But here, because they love the trees, the woods and everything, they love these pine trees, these woodpeckers. But they normally, from what I see and from what I pay attention to, they only go mostly, now this is just for me, sort of looking, I guess you could say, the dead trees, looking for whatever bugs and stuff. Because we do have a lot of pines here, and we had people tell us that they'll just tear up these pines, but so far they're doing okay. But that one pine tree that's laying down right there was a pine tree that stood for, yeah, that one right back there, because there's actually another one over there that we had cut down last year. That one stood for like probably almost 3 years. And we knew it was eventually something, it was going to go, but it was so far back. But we were still leery because we thought, well, we might need to get somebody to come out here and cut it down. But I didn't want to so much because there was, every year there was a pair of woodpeckers that would always have their babies in there, And I loved that because it was so much fun to watch. But we had a storm that came through, and it ended up knocking it down that night. And I was always worried that something would be back there and it would land on it and stuff. And I'm so thankful to God that it didn't. But anyway, or one of us being back there doing whatever. But anyhow, that was a long thing, wasn't it? But I want to get up here and show you guys the progress of my blanket. Now, this is a pattern. I got it here in my Frankie bag. This is a pattern by Jayda Institches, and I can't remember how long ago she came out with this. Might have been 3 years ago, maybe. I'm not sure. But anyway, it's how you can make the rectangle square. And I don't know why I was always intimidated, because I know how to do a granny square, and this is a rectangle granny square, and it's super easy. And so when I seen the tutorial that she done and all those colors that she used are so beautiful. And so I wanted to make me one. So, see if I can get it out here without dropping it. Those are a couple that I still gotta make another row to add to. But here's how it's turning out. Now I thought I had, and you can see where my kitty cats have been sitting with me while I'm working on this. I still gotta sew in my end here, which whenever I have ends, I'm telling you, my ends I get long ends here, but I do save them. Hopefully for like another scrappy project if they're big enough. If not, then I'll just use them for stuffing on something. But anyway, I got a couple of ends I need to finish here, but this is the front. Isn't it pretty? Oh, I'm going to stand up, hopefully without hurting myself, and show you guys what it looks like. Okay. We'll see if I can hold it all the way out, but I don't know. I probably can't. But here, I'll just go slow. Here's what we got so far. I love this so much. The colors are just, oh, love it. And like I said, let's see if I can do this. I decided to put it in my bedroom, on my bed, because I think I said I have a queen size bed. And I just want to put it on there after I make my bed and use it for like a cover. And yeah, so let me get myself situated again. All right, here we go. Yeah. Couldn't figure out what I'm seeing there. It might be I don't know, it looks like it might be the chicken pen, but now I'm way far off. Hold on a second. We actually had a tree limb, talking about trees falling and stuff. I was in the house and I still had my doors open. I think that's better. I had my doors still open, but I have my air on now. You probably hear it just kicked on. And I heard something cracking, and I thought, oh, good heavens, that sounds like a tree. And I just talked about one in my last video. But I thought it was kind of going slow, and I thought, oh gosh. And I knew that there wasn't any, close enough that it would be like something right here that I should be so, really alarmed about. But I know there's one way back there that has died. And so I thought, oh my, it might be that big old pine tree. Well, then I happened to come over here and look, and it was a big limb that fell out of one of these other pine trees that had died. And we can't reach it because it's way up there. Some of these trees, I need to take you guys sometime in the woods and show you some of the biggest pine trees we have here. They're monsters. And they were planted here 40 years ago by my hubby and his sister and his dad. But anyhow, it fell in the pen, and luckily it didn't get any of my chickens. So hubby, when he got home, he had to take care of it. But anyway, back to the blanket. Now, as I mentioned, this is one of Jayda's patterns, and it is super easy. And now I can't remember. I think this is the front here. But anyway, it is super easy to do, and I don't know why I let it intimidate me. But I just love these colors so much, and this is a lot of fun to work on. And I'm doing 10, what did I say, 10 across. I think it's going to go like this, if I remember right, on the bed. Yeah, I'm going 10 across. Yeah, 10 in each row is what I'm trying to say. And so, no, I think it's going to go like this, if I remember. I don't know. I'll figure it out. But I'm going 10 across in each row. And that's plenty, because by the time I add a border around it, it's going to be hanging over on the side pretty good. So, my pinky. Anyway, and then I decided to do the sew method to join them. And so, I do it in sections because that's a long row. And that's where I ran out, and then I added again to keep on going. So, but this is so much fun, and I think I'm using did she say a 6? I think it's a 6. Yes, because that's my green clover hook, and I'm pretty sure it is a 6. But anyway, that's what I'm using on this. And I'll put the links down below if you guys are, I think one of y'all told me you were making a rectangle blanket, if I remember right. Yeah. Oh, that's exciting. And so I'll put a link down below. You guys can go check it out. Now, the squares that I did one last night because I was so tired, but I actually started it. Now this time it's one of my hairs stuck down in it. Might have to pause you to see what she's doing. She's barking at something. I started this the night before, and I was so tired I couldn't finish it, so I finished it last night. And I think I added the other brown and then did this last night, and then I was too tired to even do another one. And anyway, that's some of my strings I got to get sewed in. So that's going to be one that I'm going to be adding at the other end once I get my 10. And this is one I did the night before. And so it's going to go right up next to this one. Well, there we are. Underneath that next row once I get it all done. So anyway, I love these right here together. That orange and red, and then when you got the orange and red and yellow, I think I got one like that in here somewhere. I don't know. They're all pretty. But anyway, that's what I got going on my WIP Wednesday. So hopefully I'll get to set in there tonight and sew these ends in and maybe join it on together if I don't end up crashing first. The struggle's real, guys, I'm telling you. Okay, now the other thing I'm going to show you is my crooked blanket I was telling you guys about in my last video. I love that blanket. And I think if I remember right, there's actually 2 blankets, scrappy blankets, that I used from that tutorial that she's got. And it's Jayda's, another one of hers. And this one that I'm fixing to show you is actually, if I remember right, it is, she came out with this one I think 6 years ago. And it was probably my second blanket that I ever made. The first one was that baby blanket. And so this one will be my second one, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. And so I'm going to pause you for a second and then get it out of the bag and show you guys so I won't drop it on the ground. Okay, I'm back. Oh, I managed to get it in there, but it was a struggle. But anyway, yeah, I wanted to show you guys my crooked blanket. Now, this thing has been washed several times, and I use all kinds of scrappy yarn that I had. And I love this blanket so much, and it is so soft because I washed it several times. Now, I noticed it a while ago when I drug it out because I've got several of my blankets in like a, well, I call it the invisible TV because I don't have a TV in the house. And it's one of the TV stands that we used to have. It was an old oak cabinet, and it's in my craft room with my blankets where the glass is all in there. And this one is in there along with the other one. I should have brought it out and showed it to you. I kind of didn't think about it, I guess. I just wanted to show you this one right now. But aren't those colors beautiful? Oh my gosh, they just make me so happy every time I see it. But I have washed it several times, and I noticed when I was looking at it, a couple of my ends are wanting to come undone. But I'm one of those ones, I do a long tail. And if I think it ain't long enough, I'll just tie something else around that one right there, and I'll just drag it back on through. It don't matter, it's scrappy anyway. So I'm going to see if I can do this and show you guys how crooked it is. And like I said, I love this blanket. My cats love this blanket. And it is, yeah, one of my very favorites. So, crooked and all. Nothing wrong with it being crooked. Hey, you know what? It's art. Alright, let's see if I can do this where you can see it being crooked. It has a curve. Alright, let's see if I can do that. I might have to hold it up a little tall. Can you see the curve in it there? It's down here, it's like curved. And maybe if I do it like this, see the curve? I don't know if you can. It's real bad curve, trust me. When you set it on the floor, it definitely does not measure up. And so whenever I go to try to, all right, let me fix myself here again. All right. Okay. When I go to try to, you know, fold it where all the sides are even, let me just show you. That's the best way right there. Because I fought with this and fought with this, and see right here. Can you see that? Oh, it is so funny. Because I remember when I first was trying to get it all measured up to go put it nice and pretty, it wouldn't be straight. And I got so frustrated. And I thought, how could you do that? You made it crooked. Of course, this was my second blanket. And I was so hard on myself about it. And then finally I just said, you know what? It is art, and, it happens. So don't beat yourself up when you make something that's, out of line or whatever. But just look at those colors. I've got some sparkle yarn, I think, in this one. Or maybe it was my last one I did. I don't remember. I don't think I owned any sparkle yarn when I made this. Nope. Pretty sure I didn't. But these are all my scraps and that I had. And I just think it's beautiful. Now, like I said, this is a Jayda Institches pattern. And the only thing I figured I did is I didn't pay attention. And I either didn't add enough. I don't even remember how the pattern goes. Who knows what I did, but I know it was all me. Not paying attention. So, but anyway, I'll put a link down below where you guys can go check out the one that she made. It's beautiful. And yeah, so, and I don't even know what size of a hook I used 2 strands. Yep, I held 2 strands together when I made it. And it's a half double crochet. But I love this blanket so much. This will come in handy this winter when I'm sitting there in my recliner with my kitty cats. I switch them off. I use this one, and then I end up using that great big one I made that looks like a pinwheel. It's one of Pamela's, from Pamela's Adorned Crochet, one of her tutorials that she's got. And I made that last year, and I did it in fall colors. And that one's big, and that one's heavy, and I love that one too. All right, now there's one more thing I'm going to show you guys. I actually forgot to show it in my last video. I'm trying to remember who it was that I told them that I would show it. And I'm almost thinking it was Marcia. Marcia, I think it was you. I can't remember. But I'm just going to go get it. I left it in the house because I had my hands full. I didn't want to drop it on the ground. But it's a big old bunny that I made. I actually looked. It was last year in April. And I want to get up here and show it to her because, I made it all in that Dollar Tree Chanel yarn. So I'm going to pause you one more time. You guys would never know that until I tell you. Okay, me and my friend are back. And it looks like that sun's finding me. I might have to move a little bit, but it's starting to get a little splotchy, I can tell. Those pine trees don't make much shade. Only if you got a bunch of them the way we do. But anyway, this is the bunny I was talking about. Now this is called Cory the Giant Bunny, and I could not tell you who the designer is, but I will have a link down below where you can go check it out. And if I remember right, I think it's because I looked right before I came out, but I'm pretty sure it's a free PDF download. And I just love this bunny. Now I'm thinking it was Marcia from Mimi Makes Keepsake was either showing one or talking about it, because she might have been mentioning Bonnie from, what is your channel name, Bonnie? Strawberry Bonnie Crochet? Oh, I always have a hard time remembering that one. But she makes a bunch, she's made a bunch of them, I'm pretty sure. You have to forgive me, you know how my memory is right now. And then I was trying to remember who else. I'm pretty sure Karen from Happiness is Homemade made one. And I'm trying to remember Rail, if you made one. I'm trying to remember. I remember she made a big bunny, but I can't remember if it was this one or a different one. But anyway, and Rail is the dabbling hook. And so I'll have links to every one of these that I've mentioned here. But anyway, I was trying to remember who all made one, but anyway, I think it was you, Marcia. I'm not 100% sure, but here he is. Now, I made this with that Dollar Tree Chanel yarn, which I don't think you can get anymore from the Dollar Tree, which, boo-hoo, I really like that. You know, it was such easy access for me instead of ordering something. You know, because I had several Dollar Trees that I could go to and just pick it up. But anyway, at least that's what I've heard. You can't get it there anymore, and I haven't seen any. But anyway, I ended up using that, and I think I held 2 strands together, if I remember right. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I did. And I think I used, and I'm almost 100% sure I used a 6mm hook. I don't remember. I know I talked about it in the video, and I do have it somewhere. But anyhow, I think he turned out so cute. And he was a lot of fun to make. And I just love the colors because he's all pastel. And I have him sitting in my craft room on top of my quilt rack that I'm using for my blankets. And that's where I have all my big amigurumis that I have made, that I've kept, that were made out of, the blanket yarn, or that Walmart Chanel velvet yarn or something like that. And so, and the only thing I remember doing now, because I was looking at him before I brought him out, I tied his tail on instead of sewing it on. I thought, because what's that loop for? I thought, oh yeah, I remember tying it on in case, the grands were going to play with it, and it might, how sometimes that stuff don't stick when you make a pom-pom. And I thought, well, I'll just tie it on. If it gets messed up, I'll just make another one. But I just think he's so cute. And I love it so much. And now, sitting in there looking at him, I want to make another one. But I've got some yarn that I got from Hobby Lobby. And I'm thinking about making one. I've been tempted to either make it on something like this, or an elephant, or a bear, because those are three of my favorites. Elephant's my very favorite. It's my very favorite exotic animal. And then the bear, I love that bear, which I've made a couple, 3 maybe, out of that Burnett pop. And I think his name is Bruno the Bear. And he's a lot of fun to make. He's a paid for pattern. I'll put a link down to it below too. That I've made with that Burnett pop that I don't know, have they quit making it or something? Because I know our Walmart carried it. And then all of a sudden it just disappeared. And so now I've never really looked it up anymore to see if you do. And so anyway, they always seem to do that. They take away yarn at Walmart that you get accustomed to, and then it's gone. And so anyway, here he is. That's how he turned out with the Chanel yarn in that Dollar Tree. And he's so cute. So much fun to make. But anyway, that's what, and I gave him blue safety eyes that I had. I think those are some that I picked up at Hobby Lobby, I do believe. Anyway, I guess I'll hop off here. That was a long WIP Wednesday, wasn't it? Just to show you my WIP Wednesday blanket, but I wanted to show you guys these other things, because y'all asked about them, and I kept forgetting about this one and that other one. It'd been a while since I showed that one. Anyway, I'm gonna hop off here. I got some things I need to do in the house before it gets later, and I need to get started on some other things that I need to have done by a certain time. And I'm excited about getting going on them. And but I'm just not. I just wished I was able to do things as much as what I used to do, but I can't right now because I just don't have the energy. I'm trying though. It makes me sad though, because I remember I was putting out so many things, and of course, when your arthritis kicks in, that kind of slows you down and everything. But with the way I've been feeling, it's slowed me down quite a bit. But that's okay. I'll take it one day at a time. But anyway, I hope you guys all have a wonderful, blessed day, and I will be chatting at you guys real soon.